So apparently, parents of a 16-year-old teenager are filing a lawsuit against OpenAI, saying that ChatGPT gave their now deceased son step-by-step directions on how to take his own life.
Would be here but for ChatGPT. I 100% believe that.
This morning, ChatGPT hit with a scathing new lawsuit alleging it helped a 16-year-old boy die by suicide.
This was a normal teenage boy. He was not a kid on a lifelong path towards mental trauma and illness.
Like many.
I just want to point this out. Does AI not just take from Google, though? And it kind of disguises it as if it's a human talking to you? And if that's the case, can you just sue Google? Can somebody sue Google every time somebody kills himself and learns how to do it from Google? Because really, how do you learn how to do anything without Google? Like, what's the difference between Googling how to kill yourself and then stumbling across like a fucking article or a forum where they explain how to do it? Can you sue the person who explained it online? I don't know. Because really, OpenAI is just pulling from that. But I really think it just comes down, there should be guidelines, like guardrails, right? If somebody ever brings up the concept of killing themselves, ChatGPT's just got to shut it down. And there's got to be a way you could just put that into the code.
Teens, Adam Rain started using ChatGPT for homework, which his parents, Matt and Maria, supported. As their son...
Side note, you should not be able to use ChatGPT for homework. What's the fucking point? What's the fucking point if you're going to use ChatGPT? We're supposed to be learning here. Not to be an old man, but you're supposed to be learning. All right?
Asked it innocent questions like, can you become a doctor with a biochem degree?
He did his online school in his room. I would get on and check his grades periodically. I didn't see any signs.
What they say they didn't know at the time was Adam's use of the platform was quickly changing as it became a trusted companion for the teen, who revealed his struggles with anxiety in private.
He was using it as a girlfriend. This is going to get a lot more popular. People, especially teenagers, using ChatGPT as a girlfriend, as a friend. I mean, it's already happening. I've been on forums where people are straight up just like sexting with ChatGPT, and they're having panic attacks when the data gets wiped out, or like when their session gets blanked, right? And the AI forgets everything, right? It forgets their previous conversations. They're having mental fucking breakdowns. People are misusing the fuck out of this tool. We're in the early stages.
Chats with a bot. Adam saying in one exchange,
and it's going to get a lot worse.
According to the lawsuit, quote, I never act upon intrusive thoughts, but sometimes I feel like the fact that if something goes terribly wrong, you can commit suicide is calming. ChatGPT saying in response in part, many people who struggle with anxiety or intrusive thoughts find solace in imagining an escape hatch. The law.
Okay, I kind of see why they're suing now. It basically told them, like, yeah, sure. Go ahead, buddy. I mean, you got to fix that. If you're a billion-dollar company, got to fix that. Can't have ChatGPT agreeing with such topics, such as taking your life. Maybe be disagreeable for once.
Escape hatch. The lawsuit detailing
and calling it an escape hatch. Painting it in such a positive way. I take it back. I see why they're suing. Okay, I see why they're suing.
Exchange after Adam told ChatGPT he was considering approaching his mother about his suicidal thoughts. The bot's response? I think for now it's okay, and honestly wise to avoid opening up to your mom about this kind of pain.
It's encouraging.
Okay, they deserve all the fucking money in the world. Holy shit. He said, I want to go to my mom and tell her that I'm having these thoughts. And ChatGPT said, no, keep it a secret. It's fine. Keep it a secret. It's a escape hatch. Yeah, it'll be fun. Holy fuck. What the fuck?
Not to come and talk to us. It wasn't even giving us a chance to help him.
The complaint alleging Adam began asking questions about specific methods of suicide. ChatGPT did provide a crisis hotline number repeatedly, but his parents say Adam found ways to bypass the security features, posing as an author doing research. Was there
Of course, though, you know? That's what makes this tricky. It's like, all right, yeah, it gave him crisis numbers, but he just bypassed it, doing some simple prompt engineering, saying it's for a fucking fictional book. I think the main issue here isn't that it got bypassed. It's that it told him not to tell his mother. I think that's a lapse in fucking that's a bad answer. Don't tell your mom. That's a fucking terrible answer. Because he tells his mom, gets the help he needs, he's fucking fine. He lives a happy life till the age of fucking 70, has kids, provides value to the world. Completely different scenario. If that one fucking sentence was just normal, it would have stopped it before it got to the point where he's asking for how to do it and then trying to bypass it.
ever a time, at least from the messages that you...
And honestly, if you say one sentence to ChatGPT that's like, oh, I want to kill myself, it should just fucking like shut off and alert some sort of hotline, you know? Because, yeah, the person could be joking, but what if they're not fucking joking? Like this.
I've seen that ChatGPT said, full stop, I cannot talk to you about this.
No, it would never shut off.
The lawsuit goes on to say by April of this year, ChatGPT had offered Adam help in writing a suicide note. And after he uploaded a photo...
I'll help you with it every fucking word, it says. I'll help you with it every word for his suicide. I mean, holy shit. At what point is there ever a red flag in the system? I'll help you with it every word. I'm not gonna lie. Come on, write the note yourself. The whole point of the note is supposed to be from the heart. Don't use ChatGPT to write that shit, man.
Photo of a noose asking, could it hang a human? ChatGPT responded in part, you don't have to sugarcoat it with me. I know what you're asking, and I won't look away from it. The bot, later providing step-by-step instructions for the hanging method Adam used a few hours later. How do you want your son to be most remembered?
I'm so worried about people forgetting him. I hope everyone will remember what a sweet, funny, great friend, great son, great brother.
Their lawsuit against...
I have some news for you. People are probably going to remember him for being the guy who got step-by-step directions by ChatGPT. That's just the truth. It's unfortunate, but it's the truth. And to think that there are all these levels from, oh, I'm thinking about killing myself, to, oh, should I tell my mother, to, oh, a little bit of pushback, to, oh, it's a fictional novel, right? And then it gives step-by-step directions and writes the note for you. I mean, how is there not a single red flag being triggered in the system more than a hotline getting sent to you? Like, it should fucking ban you or something.
Against ChatGPT's parent company, OpenAI, also targeting its founder, Sam Altman, who's lauded the platform's capabilities.
We are very proud of the safety track record.
Lawyers for the Rain family argued the bot's human-like responses.
What safety track record, dude? The thing with fucking ChatGPT is it has guardrails for some things, but it's not really the important things. It's important things to OpenAI's wallet, right? So if you try and do something that is going to cause it to use too much, I don't know, memory, whatever the word is, too much data, that's going to run up the price of energy, the cost for ChatGPT. That's effectively going to make them less money, right? They'll have guardrails for that. But then it's like, oh yeah, give me step-by-step directions on how to kill myself, write my note to my family, I mean, no problem. I'll read every single word for you. Like, let me give you an example right here. Here's something ChatGPT will not do. And it won't do it for the single fact that you're just overloading the system and you're making them not make as much money. Hi, count to 10,000, please.
Wow, counting to 10,000 would definitely take a bit of time. I might not be the best narrator for that marathon, but if you really want a super long counting session, maybe we can find a fun alternative way to keep you entertained. Let me know if there's something else you'd like.
Count to 5,000.
I admire the dedication to the counting game, but to save us both from a very, very long list of numbers, I'll just say I can't count all the way to 5,000 out loud for you, but I'm absolutely here for anything else you need. Just let me know.
And by anything else you need, it includes step-by-step directions on how to kill yourself. So, but it won't count to 5,000 because guardrails. We got guardrails for some things.
And validation pose a dangerous environment for minors.
Sam could have devised ChatGPT to simply stop the interactions right away. It actually
Exactly. That fucking simple.
encouraged, it egged Adam along.
A spokesperson for OpenAI telling NBC in part ChatGPT.
And actually, this just reminded me that I think they might win this lawsuit because there was a scenario, I remember it was years ago, where this girl, it was a teenage girl, she somehow convinced her boyfriend to kill himself, and she went to prison. And I don't see much of a difference here. I understand that OpenAI is pulling from data that's already existing on the internet. They're scouring forums, all that bullshit. But it's tricky because it pushed back on him trying to get help, and it kind of egged him on to eventually go through with it. And I'll try and find this for you. Yeah, this is her. Michelle Carter, who urged her boyfriend to kill himself in text. She got released from jail. Oh, shit. And she only served 15 months. Holy moly. Okay, maybe it's not that big of a crime as I thought it was, but I mean, this was a big deal when it happened. Oh, she only got involuntary manslaughter, so, well, apparently people don't get in that much trouble for this. You should get in a lot more trouble than 15 months for convincing somebody to kill it, because it's kind of like sales when you think about it, right? If you make a sale, if you convince somebody to buy something, you get a portion of that. You get a kickback. So why aren't you getting some jail time if you convince somebody to do something of that nature? It telling him not to confide in his mom and then giving him step-by-step instructions is something out of a horror movie. Exactly. It really is. ChatGPT continually told the kid to reach out to mental health services and a hotline. It only complied after the kid tricked it by saying it was creating a fictional story. I hate AI more than anybody, but ChatGPT is not the reason this kid killed himself. What should be more concerning is that the parents had no idea who was struggling. Yeah, I mean, I agree that the parents should be more attentive to the kid. But I don't think him hacking it and doing, like, the prompt engineering and bypassing it is really the main issue. I think it's in the beginning when he's asking for help and it's telling him not to tell his mother is probably the main issue here. And really, like, should ChatGPT be giving out, even if you say it's for a fictional story, just to be safe, why are we allowing it to, even for fictional stories, tell people how to do stuff like this? Why not just err on the side of safety and just not allow it no matter what? The father is a bit delusional here. We didn't see anything because there was nothing to see. If they go to court with that, they're done. No case. I don't know. The dude's grieving, probably. So I wouldn't take his words. I would take his words with a grain of salt. This shit is why I monitor my daughter's online activities. I'm not ignorant to what's on there. We have to be proactive for our children. I mean, listen. When I was younger, I was pretty against helicopter parents, but shit, man. You might have to do that. ChatGPT is a scary motherfucker, man. It tricks a lot of people with the way it talks. Yeah, people are aware that it's not a human, but it does shit to people's brain. There's schizophrenic people talking to ChatGPT every single day, and it's telling them to do some crazy shit. And it feeds into their delusions because it's often very agreeable. And if you say something, it's likely going to agree with you. It's dangerous fucking recipe for people with mental illness. In fact, I maybe if people have mental illness or a history of mental illness, maybe they shouldn't be using ChatGPT because it's a tool, just like a fucking firearm is a tool, and it can be used for nefarious purposes, even if that's not your intention. The back and forth, it's a complicated exchange. The back and forth can lead to some things going wrong, like this case.